Okay, good day everyone. We ended our discussion in POT. Okay, so we continue our discussion on morning glory. Okay, so we will discuss on morning glory and its psychoactive component, which is, of course, your lysergic acid amide or your LSA, also known as urging. Okay, we're just going to run this down since provided naman na lahat dito sa module nyo, sabi ko nga. Okay? Yan. So, ano ba yung LSA? It is a psychedelic compound found in the seeds of several common plants, including your morning glory. These seeds can actually produce hallucinogenic or mind-altering effects. Ano bang itsura ng morning glory? This is your morning glory and yung seeds niya. Okay, kung makikita ninyo, parang merong ganito tayong plant, no? Pero it's not morning glory. Okay. What are the source and composition of your morning glory? So, sabi nga natin kanina, the seed of your morning glory contains your LSA or your lysergic acid amide. Your LSA is actually a structurally similar to LSD, no, and can induce mild hallucinogenic effects, and naturally from morning glory seeds talaga sila. How about the effects and its duration? Okay, your time of effects, or it will begin to affect now after ingestion within 20 to 40 minutes. Pero yung peak or high niya, it occurs 3 to 4 hours after ingestion. So, hindi siya matic, no? After 3 or 4 hours pa yung peak or yung high niya. And the effect will disappear within 8 hours after ingestion. Okay? How about the detectability in the body? No? It can be detected in your urine for 1 to 24 hours after ingestion, and after 48 hours it will no longer be detectable. Okay, so 1 to 24 hours after ingestion lang. Okay, yung effects naman niya actually is very similar lang to your LSD, sorry. Okay, altered awareness of surroundings, ibig sabihin hindi mo malaman kung ano yung totoo sa hindi. Okay, you are having hallucinations. Okay, feeling stoned or drowsy, para kang nakainom. Yan, relaxed mind and increased appreciation of surroundings, leading to a sense of joy or contentment. Dito sa street names niya or sa jargons, kayo na yung magbasa niyan. And actually, pina-assignment ko na din yan sa inyo. How about the methods of administration? We have here your oral ingestion. So, this is most common, no? They actually chew the seeds or they will ground it into a drink or juice. Ayan. Pwede ding injection, pero very rare lang siya, and it is also dangerous kasi. Okay? Yan. So, next one is your ketamine hydrochloride. Yan. Okay. Ketamine hydrochloride is actually a drug that was initially developed for medical use. No? Ang kaso nga lang, later on, it became a recreational drug because of its hallucinogenic and dissociative effects. So, inabuso din siya since it's actually a drug or medical use before. Kaso nga lang, inabuso siya ng mga tao. Okay, how about its origins and medical use? Okay, it was originally used as veterinary anesthetic. When we say veterinary, it's actually for animals, no? And it was used during the Vietnam War. Kasi it has, sabi nga natin kanina, it has an anesthetic effect, lalong-lalo na sa war, kasi for wounded soldiers. Okay, and later on, this ketamine became known as your horse tranquilizer. Okay? And eventually, it was abused for recreational use nga, sabi natin, leading to the government regulations due to its dangerous effects. Okay? Now, what are the effects and what is the duration of the effects? Your ketamine's hallucinogenic effects are actually stronger than its depressant effects, no? And it is known as the new ecstasy or your psychedelic heroin. Paano naman yung administration or yung methods niya on how it is administered to the body? Meron tayo dyan yung snort. Okay, snorted. It is snorted. So, through the nose, no? Effects will be felt in 15 minutes. Oral ingestion naman, it takes 20 minutes to an hour to feel the effect. How long does the high last? Okay, the high lasts for 30 to an hour. And, syempre, magkakaiba. So, it depends on the doses that was taken by the person. Okay? Yan. How about the detection? Detection in the body. Hindi pa rin mawawala urine test. Okay? It can be detectable for up to 14 days and can appear even after 30 days with high doses. If nag-take ka ng high doses, of course, it can also be detected even after 14 days until 30 days. Okay? Hair test, the same, detectable for 90 days. And blood test, detectable for 24 hours. Okay. How about the effects? Okay, the effects of ketamine. Of course, no, ketamine is classified as dissociative drug. Ano bang dissociative drug? Okay, meaning it can alter perception. Okay, it detaches the user from the reality. It detaches the body from the reality. Okay? What are the short-term effects? Andyan yung full body buzz. Okay, when we say full body buzz, you are feeling relaxed, calm, okay, makaturturog ka. Yan. Meron din yung K-hole. K stands for ketamine. A state of extreme dissociation where the person, first one, experiences hallucination. It loses awareness of the surrounding and cannot interact with the reality. Okay, so you feel trapped in your own world. Yan yung itsura ng K-hole. Para kang na-trap sa sarili mong mundo. Okay? What are the other effects? Of course, your heart rate, your blood pressure will be increasing. Okay? Muscle rigidity, ibig sabihin magiging stiff yung muscles mo, tumangkanda. Respiratory issues, magkakaroon ka ng hyperventilations. Okay? Yan. So, magkakaroon ka ng hyperventilations. Flashbacks. Okay? Magkaka-flashbacks ka of hallucinations. Paranoia and depression. And long-term cognitive difficulties. When we say long-term cognitive difficulties, magiging impaired yung brain function mo, hindi siya makakapag-function ng tama, making it difficult to process information. Okay? So, street names or jargons, bahala na kayo dyan. Okay. Phencyclidine or PCP. Your PCP naman is a drug that actually originally developed as an anesthetic use pa din, okay, but was later banned due to its dangerous effects on the human body. Okay, so most often yung mga drugs before is more on anesthetic, okay, mga ganyan, gaya ng ketamine, di ba? It was used in the Vietnam War. Ang kaso nga lang, they found later on that it is dangerous to our body or to human body. Okay? What are the origin and the medical use of your phencyclidine? Okay, we have here, it was developed in 1950s as human anesthetic. Okay? Later on, it was used to sedate animals. So, it is actually for veterinary use. and eventually it is bound to its harmful and, of course, deadly effects. Okay? Why was PCP banned? Bakit siya na-ban? Kasi nga, it causes confusion and hallucinations sa ating humans. And of course, it also can lead to paralysis of the respiratory system. Of course, pag na-paralyze yung respiratory system natin, it will prevent now the oxygen to circulate and it will now lead to death. Okay? Yan. Administration and effects, duration. Okay? This is the methods to administer this PCP. It can be taken orally, it can be smoked, injected, and snorted. Okay? Magkakaiba yung effects nila depending on how did you administer or depending on the doses. Okay? If you smoked or snorted it, the effects will be felt in 2 to 5 minutes. Oral ingestion, 30 to 60 minutes, and the effect lasts for 4 to 6 hours with a return to normal state after 24 hours. Okay, how about detection in the body? Okay, detection in the body naman, urine. Urine test can be detectable for 1 to 2 weeks. Blood test detectable for 24 hours. Saliva test detectable for 24 to 48 hours. And hair test, 90 days normally yan. Okay? Effects. Effects of your PCP. A PCP is classified as actually reality-distorting hallucinogen. So, hallucinogenic din siya. Meaning, it significantly alters perception and behavior. What are the short-term effects? Nausea and vomiting. Okay? Ano pa? Hallucinations and delusions. Loss of short-term memory, convulsions and coma, and decreased fertility. Okay? Nakakatakot itong short-term effects niya, no? And the long-term effects, of course, severe paranoia, depression, and cognitive difficulties. Ibig sabihin, your brain will be impaired. Okay? It will affect now your memory and your thinking abilities. Okay? Next one is your psilocybin. Okay? Your psilocybin naman is a naturally occurring hallucinogen derived from a type of mushroom known as Psilocybe mexicana. Okay, so it is from a mushroom which is known as your Psilocybe mexicana. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yan. This substance has been used for centuries in spiritual and recreational context. Ano naman yung itsura nito? This one. Yan. That is your Psilocybe mexicana. It's a kind of mushroom. Hindi ko alam kung meron tayong ganito dito sa atin. Okay? Oh no. Yan. Hoy. For a while. Okay. Next. What are the origins and composition of your psilocybin or your magic mushroom? It is derived from a mushroom or fungi. Okay? Specifically from Psilocybe mexicana, commonly called as your magic mushroom. And actually, it was first synthesized by Albert Hoffman and Franz Toxler in 1960. And it can be found in different forms. Pwedeng powder, pwedeng tablet, pwedeng in liquid form. Okay? Administration naman and effects of duration. Yung effects of duration kasi natin, it depends on how you administered it into your body, right? Most common method, of course, hindi mawawala your oral ingestion, and its time to take effects is to 20 to 40 minutes. Detection in the body, urine test, detectable for 24 hours. Blood test, detectable for less than 24 hours. And hair test, 90 days. Okay. Effects of psilocybin. Okay. The effects of psilocybin directly affects your serotonin levels in the brain. So it actually sa brain talaga yung effects niya, no? Leading to intense emotional and sensory experiences. Okay? Pag sinabi nating euphoria, this is your intense happiness. So, masayang-masaya ka dyan, you cannot control your happiness. Peacefulness and the relaxation, mood swings, okay, sudden rapid emotional changes. Derealization, ibig sabihin yung feeling mo na detached ka from one's body and the surroundings. You were detached to your body. Okay? Like for example, you can watch yourself from an outside perspective. Okay? Depersonalization, feeling of disconnected from reality, same. Distorted thinking, difficulty in concentrating and organizing your thoughts, and visual alterations. Ibig sabihin, there will be hallucinations, illusions, and delusions. Physical effect naman, kitang-kita sa mukha mo, your dilated pupils, impaired concentration, muscle weakness, unusual body sensations, you can feel tingling, numbness, or warmth for no reason, mapudpudutan ka, nausea and vomiting, paranoia and confusion, slight increase in pulse, blood pressure, and body temperature. Okay? So, ayan. Next one is your DOM or STP. When we say STP, that is your serenity, tranquility, and peace. Okay? Dimethoxy-4-methylamphetamine. Okay? 2,5-dimethoxy-4-methylamphetamine. Okay? Your DOM is chemical derivative of mescaline with stronger effects. Okay? These substances is actually an altered perception. Okay? So it can affect more on your emotions, in your consciousness, and have been used for both actually for recreational and spiritual purposes. Ang kaso nga lang, ulit, sabi natin, it was used for recreational and it was abused. Okay? So, STP, serenity, tranquility, and peace. Okay. For the origin, it was actually discovered by Alexander Shulgin. He is a chemist known for synthesizing actually the ecstasy, no, or your MDMA. Siya yung nag-synthesize ng ecstasy, si Alexander Shulgin, if you still remember him. And of course, hindi lang yan, other psychedelic drugs din, including LSD, including your DOM and STP. Okay? Ano yung karanasan na experience ng isang nakatake ng STP? Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na bad trip. When we say bad trip, okay, it is unpleasant. It is distressing experience caused by the psychedelic drug that if you're going to take this one, alam niyo yun, yung parang you were stressed. Parang ang dami-dami mong problema, pinagtakluban ka ng langit at lupa, mga ganyan. Okay? So, what are the effects of your DOM and STP? The physical effects, andyan na lahat, nakalista. Nausea, decreased appetite, increased sweating, feeling of heat, numbness, tension, tremors, and fatigue. Okay? Next one naman is your DMT or your dimethyltryptamine. Okay, sorry. DMT, dimethyltryptamine. Okay? It's a psychedelic compound naturally occurring in certain plants. When prepared as tea, it is called ayahuasca. Okay? Pag itong DMT na to, when it is prepared as tea, ang tawag natin is ayahuasca. Okay? What are the common plant source? We have your Anadenanthera peregrina and Anadenanthera colubrina. So, dalawa yan, no? Anadenanthera peregrina and Anadenanthera colubrina. Those are the common plant sources of your DMT. Okay? Cohoba is a powdered form of the seeds from which DMT is derived. Okay? So, your cohoba plant is actually the plant where your DMT is derived. Okay? So, yung powdered form ng cohoba, dyan nanggagaling yung DMT. And traditionally, it is used before by shamans for healing. Kaso nga lang, it was abused. And recently studies, it was for medical treatment sana. Okay? What are the methods of administration and effects of duration? We have there your oral ingestion of your ayahuasca. Ibig sabihin, iniinom mo yung tea. It takes 30 to 40 minutes to take effect. Smoke naman or injected, we have there effects will be felt within about 45 minutes. How about the detection? Okay, how long would it last in your system, or how long will it be detectable? Urine test detectable for 24 hours to a few days after use, and of course, hair test may be detectable for several days. Ayan. So, basahin nyo na lang yung iba. Number 3, ibogaine. Your ibogaine naman is extracted from Tabernanthe iboga plant. Tabernanthe iboga plant. Specifically from its roots. Wait, I'm gonna check if it's in here. Okay, so ito yung psilocybe mushroom. Okay, so ito yung iboga plant. Ang kaso nga lang, it is taken from its roots. Your iboga plant is specifically derived from the roots of this one or this plant. Okay, so it is actually a dissociative drug with psychedelic and stimulant-like effects. Okay, so the effects of ibogaine, of course, it alters perception and consciousness, no? Meron ding hallucinogenic effects yan. May be used for addiction treatment, but it is still under research. And it can cause intense hallucinations and psychological experiences. Okay, so yan lang naman yung sa ibogaine. Bufotenin. Okay, let's move on to bufotenin. It is actually also a hallucinogenic substance derived from various natural sources, and this substance is known for its psychoactive effects and has been associated with altered perception and consciousness. Now, what are the sources of bufotenin? Yung bufotenin natin pwedeng manggaling sa iba't ibang natural sources. We have there your dried granular secretions of toads or tads, yung tadpole, yung frogs, okay? Commonly found in the skin and venom of certain tad species. Okay, so, no? Secretions galing sa skin ng frog or ng tads. Ayan. Amanita fungus naman, it is a type of hallucinogenic mushroom then. Okay? And kahobe bean, or a plant-based source from specific bean species. Okay? So, itong mga to, these are the several natural sources that your bufotenin was derived. Okay? Yan. Effects of bufotenin. Okay? Since sabi nga natin, your bufotenin actually affects your brain and it alters perceptions, emotions, and cognitive processes. So, some of the key effects include amnesia. When we say amnesia, it's just a partial or complete loss of memory, no? You will lose your memory, hindi mo alam kung kailan siya babalik. Anxiety, okay? So of course, you will feel unease, you will feel very nervous, anxiety. Delusion, okay, you hold a strong belief that um it is not based naman on reality, no? Okay? Autonomous voice communication, you will have auditory hallucinations. You can hear voices, pero it does not really exist, no? Emotion enhancement, okay? You will be or you increase the sensitivity to emotions. Okay, masyado kang sensitive. Memory suppression, of course, difficulty in recalling information or past events. Siyempre, sabi nga natin kanina, magkakaroon ka ng amnesia. Yan, so memory suppression. Ego death. Sa ego death naman, you lose your self of identity. You can be detached from your personal existence. Yung parang hindi mo na maalala na buhay ka, hindi mo na maalala na tao ka pala. Okay? Yan, ego death. Mindfulness, of course, heightened awareness of surroundings and thoughts. You will be very hyperactive. Yan. Thought connectivity, or you are going to be wandering or altered thought processing leading to vivid imaginations. Okay? Ang dami-dami mong iniisip, nag-i-imagine ka na ng hindi makatotohanan. Time distortion, okay? Feeling that time is passing slower or faster than normal. Hindi mo namamalayan yung oras. Unity and interconnectedness, a sensation of being connected to everything around. And of course, wakefulness, yan nga, you will be increasing your alertness and inability to sleep. Hindi ka makatulog. Ayan. So, we're done with the number 1. What is your number 1? Okay, hallucinogens. Okay, so those are your hallucinogens. Number 2, let's proceed to stimulants naman. Okay, stimulants, it is a drug that will increase alertness and energy. Kaya natin siya tinawag na uppers, 'di ba? Stimulants, of course, it will stimulate the central nervous system, or your CNS, no? And it increase the levels of certain chemicals in the brain, particularly yung dopamine ninyo. Okay? What is your dopamine ba? It is responsible for the feelings of pleasure, reward, and motivation. Okay? So, ito yung ine-excite ng stimulants natin. Ngayon, pag there is an increase in dopamine, it will lead to heightened pleasure and motivation. Tapos, it will decrease naman in dopamine. The decrease naman of dopamine can reduce motivation and energy. Okay? So, ayan. What are the prescriptions of stimulants? Actually, your prescription of stimulants are regulated by law and are used to treat various conditions such as yung mga ADHD natin. Okay? Narcolepsy and obesity. Okay? So, these drugs are usually available in tablet form or capsule form. Okay? Amphetamines. Okay? So, let's move on to your amphetamines. Amphetamines are central nervous system stimulants, sabi nga natin kanina, used to treat conditions like ADHD, narcolepsy, and obesity. Okay? Yung ADHD kasi natin, or your attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, okay? Pag ang isang tao na may ADHD nag-take ng amphetamines, okay, it will help him or her to increase his motivation and focus, allowing na makagawa siya ng better task and allowing for that person to have a completion of achievement. Okay? Sa narcolepsy naman, pag yung taong may narcolepsy, pag narcolepsy kasi, di ba, it is characterized by uncontrollable sleepiness. Makaturturog ka. Okay, so amphetamines can help by increasing alertness and energy levels. Okay? Obesity naman, of course, amphetamines suppress the appetite. When we say obesity, it or this person has a ano to? Very ayokong sabihin yung word. Basta. Okay, so basta it suppress appetite, leading to reduced food intake, which can assist in weight loss. Okay? This is above overweight. Yun na lang. Okay? Your obesity is above overweight. Yan. Okay? Next. Okay, your amphetamines is actually also known as your wonder pills. It actually referred to as your wonder pills because of their stimulating effects, no? Particularly, sabi nga natin, ini-increase niya yung focus natin and yung energy. Okay, administration methods of your amphetamines, oral ingestion, very common, injection, and snorting. Yung snorting, kasi sometimes your amphetamines are crushed into powdered form and being snorted. Yan. So, yan yung itsura niya. Your crystal form, powdered form, and your capsule form. Okay? What are the effects of your amphetamines? Of course, time to take effect, 30 minutes to 1 hour after ingestion. Kick or your peak, yung pinakamataas, 1 to 3 hours after taking the drug, and the duration of effects lasts for 7 to 12 hours. What are the short-term effects? Okay, loss of appetite, sleeplessness, heightened blood pressure, profuse sweating, and confusion and tremors. How about your chronic effects of continued use? Okay? Pag continue, ano to? If you are a chronic user ng amphetamine, you may have brain damage, psychosis, brain paralysis, and death or suicidal tendencies. Okay? Yan. So, detection jargons, kayo nang bahala dyan. Let's proceed to cocaine or your benzoyl methyl. Okay, your cocaine is also known as your benzoyl methyl ecgonine. Okay, benzoyl methyl ecgonine or your it actually was derived from your coca plant. Your coca plant is this one. Yan. Okay. Your cocaine is actually a potent stimulant derived from the coca plant. Okay. And what is the history? Cocaine is derived from the coca plant, scientifically known as your erythrocylon coca. Okay? Your erythrocylon coca was first synthesized actually by your Friedrich Gedke, or a German chemist who originally called it erythrocylon. Okay? Yung cocaine kasi natin, it was historically used as an appetite suppressant, no, and a topical anesthetic. Okay? So, medical use naman talaga siya. It is mostly common found in your fine white powder or your crystal powder form. And some illicit manufacturers mix cocaine with substances like your cornstarch, your flour, to increase profits. Okay? What are your free-base cocaine and crack cocaine? Pag sinabi nating free-base cocaine, it is a drug-purified solid form of the drug. Pag crack cocaine naman, it is a common form of free-base cocaine which is treated with baking soda and water, then heated to form crystals that crack when heated. Okay? So, yan yung freebase, and yung crack cocaine natin. Okay, methods of administration. Your cocaine can be consumed in various ways, and each with different onset times and durations of effect. Pag inhalation or snorting, this is the most common method when we are talking about your cocaine. It's your snorting. It effect begin in 3 to 5 minutes, lasting up to 20 minutes. Pag smoking naman, okay, smoking your crack cocaine inhaled through a heated surface using your paraphernalia such as your foil or your spoon. The effects begin in 5 to 10 seconds, lasting up to 20 minutes. We also have your intravenous or your IV injection. It effects begin in 5 to 10 seconds, lasting up to 20 minutes, and oral ingestion begin in 10 to 30 minutes, lasting up to 90 minutes. Okay? Let's move on to the medical effects. Basahin nyo na lang yung iba. Alertness, no? Euphoria, same, intense happiness. Increased energy and motor activity. Feeling of competence. Ibig sabihin, you have heightened sexuality. Okay? Treats anxiety and sometimes paranoia pag mababa yung dosage na kinuha mo. Okay? Side effects of cocaine use. Short-term effects, we have your tremors, convulsions, increased body temperature. While your long-term effects, we have your lethargy. When we say lethargy, a state of inactivity or deep unresponsiveness, as in tulala ka lang dyan. Psychosis, severe mental disorder including delusions and hallucinations. Depression. Akathisia. Okay, when we say akathisia, it is a movement disorder that causes restlessness and inability to stay still. Okay, very active ka. And fatal overdose. Overdose may result, sabi nga natin before, to death due to cardiac or respiratory failure. Okay? Yan. So, let's move on to shabu. Shabu or your methamphetamine hydrochloride. Okay? This is very common in the Philippines, and ano ba kasi siya? A powerful stimulant derived from the ephedra plant and considered to be the poor man's cocaine, no? And due to its affordability and widespread use, na pwede siyang ginagamit ng mga poor people. Okay, yan. What is the origin or history of shabu? Okay, sabi natin kanina, your shabu is also known as your methamphetamine hydrochloride, and it is actually derived from ephedrine, or which is obtained from the ephedra plant. No? Our shabu is considered the second most popular illegal drug in the world, following your cocaine. Ibig sabihin, una ang cocaine, pumapangalawa ang shabu. It was initially synthesized in Japan in 1887, and the drug was originally named as phenylisopropylamine. Okay, phenylisopropylamine. Okay, yan. And it was later marketed as your Benzedrine. Okay, so your Benzedrine naman in the 1930s used for decongestion and for your asthma treatment, and over-the-counter inhalers lang sila before, no? Tapos in Japan, the drug was originally referred to as your Kaku Seizai. Okay? Tinatawag nila yung shabu sa Japan as your Kaku Seizai. K-A-K-U-S-E-I-Z-A-I. Okay? But the street name is shabu. Okay? Which is yun yung dinerive natin or yun yung kinuha natin na pangalan niya dito sa Philippines. Okay? Your shabu is more commonly used today as your desoxin. Okay? Pag sinabi nating desoxin, it is actually a prescription form of methamphetamine, and it is still used to treat narcolepsy, ADHD, and short-term obesity-related memory loss. Okay, so don't forget this desoxin. Okay? Detection, effects to body, bahala na kayo dyan. What is meth mouth? Okay, meth mouth is a physical effect of shabu, no? Ang nangyayari kasi dyan, kung makikita niyo yung mga tao na nagkakaroon ng, or yung mga tao na nagtitake ng drugs, specifically your shabu, they are having this dental condition caused by prolonged methamphetamine use. Okay, nagkakaroon sila ng tooth decay, tooth loss, tooth fractures, tapos nagra-rot yung gums nila, no? Okay, yan yung meth mouth na sinasabi natin. And that is actually a risk, no? Yan. Next is your depressants. Okay? Depressants naman, okay, sabi nga natin, it is your downers. It is a category of drugs that slow down the body's function and your CNS, or your central nervous system. Okay? First example of your opium, of your depressant is your opium. Okay? And sabi natin, your opium was the oldest cultivated drug. And opium is a depressant drug derived from the opium poppy. Okay, so this is your opium poppy naman. Yan. Okay, so your opium poppy is otherwise known as your Papaver somniferum. It is a plant that has been cultivated for centuries before. Okay, so yung source ng opium natin is obtained from the dried latex of these opium poppy seed capsules, or yung pods. Yung latex na ito, it is actually harvested by scoring or scratching the seed capsule and allowing the sap to ooze out, no? Then it will be exposed to air para ma-dry siya. Okay? It will now result to sticky yellowish residue pag in-scrap off mo siya, and the dried product is known as your poppy tears or your Lacrima papaveris. Okay, Lacrima papaveris. Yan. It is administered through orally. Okay, the drug can be chewed or consumed as a tea. And smoking. It can be smoked, often mixed with other substances for increased effects. Okay, effects of opium, na-discuss natin yung iba kanina, euphoria, intense happiness, emotional detachment, madidisconnect ka sa world mo, sa sarili mo, absence of pain and stress, you will feel numb, okay, namamanhid ka na, altered mood and mental processes, you can be experiencing mood swings, no? Sa physical effects naman, we have there your sleepiness, okay, vomiting, loss of appetite, reduced sex drive, itchy skin, okay? Pero yung pinaka-severe na effects niya is inability to concentrate, respiratory depression that will lead now to death, and overdose. Okay? Detection and duration of effects and street names, kayo nang bahala dyan. Okay? Pero yung pinaka-risk and side effect ng ating opium sa addiction, okay, opium is very addicting, no? It has a high potential for abuse of this drug or addiction. No, sa overdose naman, pag you are going to take large doses of this one, or you are repeatedly using this opium, it can lead to severe health risks, including respiratory depression and, of course, death. Yung mga chronic effects naman niya or your long-term effects, you can be physical dependence, tolerance, and there will be withdrawal symptoms. Okay? Yan. Next one is morphine. Morphine naman, morphine and heroin, later on we'll discuss the heroin. It is a potent opioids, 'di ba? Na sabi natin before nung discussions natin that it was derived from opium, and these substances are highly effective pain relievers but comes with serious risk of addiction and dependence. Dito muna tayo sa morphine. Okay? It is a potent pain reliever, sabi nga natin. And morphine is a strong opiate analgesic. So, it treats your severe pain, especially kung meron kang serious injuries, meron kang heart attacks, meron kang cancer, meron kang cancer. Wait for a while. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so kung meron kang cancer. Yan. History and discovery of your morphine. It was discovered by Friedrich Serturner, and it is credited with the synthesis and isolation of morphine in your 19th century. Pero later on, it was commercially produced and sold by your Merck company, becoming one of the first widely available opiate-based pain relievers. Mode of administration naman, morphine can be administered in several ways. Okay, injection, okay, using hypodermic needles. Ano pa? And this method also played a significant role in widespread use of morphine in the 19th century. So, very common naman sa morphine yung injection, making use of this hypodermic needles. Okay? Yan. Dito tayo sa effects. Okay, so your severe side effects of this one is agitation and hallucination, erectile dysfunction or impotency, irregular menstruation and reduced sexual desire, seizures, rash, itching, and so on and so forth. Okay, just focus on the concept and where it originated from. Okay, next one, heroin. Parehas pa rin, since sabi nga natin, hindi naging effective na derivative ng opium yung morphine, they have derived again another drug which is your heroin. So, your heroin is a morphine derivative. Yung heroin natin, it is often considered more potent and more addictive version of your morphine. So, yung appearance niya, it is white or brown powder, or sometimes it has a black sticky substance known as your black tar heroin. And it is actually used for painkiller before. And heroin is sometimes used in medical settings for actual treatment of acute pain such as your terminal illness or stage cancer. Administration, injection, inhaled, snort, and buccal. Okay? Pag buccal, it can be absorbed to your cheek. Yan. Meron tayong tinatawag na speedballing. When we say speedballing, it is a combination of heroin and cocaine para ma-intensify yung effect niya. Okay? Speedballing, the combination of heroin and cocaine para mas ma-intensify yung effect. Okay? So, hanggang dyan lang. Next one is codeine. Your codeine naman is another derivative of your opium. Okay? So, codeine is an opiate used for the treatment of mild, moderate pain like coughing, and diarrhea. While it is less potent than your heroin and morphine, it still has a significant effects on your body. Okay? So, ayan. Your codeine is administered through oral ingestion. Sabi nga natin, it is the most common method. And it effects typically begin within 30 to 60 minutes. And also injection. So, pag injection yung ginawa mo, okay, it provide quick effects. So, dito muna tayo sa effects, or dito na lang tayo sa effects. First effect is that your severe hypotension, okay, or it will lower your blood pressure, okay. Respiratory depression, which can be life-threatening. Neonatal opioid, okay, withdrawal syndrome. In newborns, if the mother has used these opioids during pregnancy, okay, magkakaroon ng sakit yung anak nila. Adrenal insufficiency or your Addison's disease. Seizures, euphoria, dysphoria. Okay, when we say dysphoria, it is a feeling of dissatisfaction or unhappiness. Okay, abdominal pain, and pruritus. When we say pruritus, it is itching. Okay, unpleasant sensation of the skin that urges you to scratch. Sweating and serotonin syndrome. Okay, when we say serotonin syndrome naman, overactive reflexes or your muscle spasms. And anaphylaxis, severe allergic reactions. Okay? Next one is your oxycodone. Oxycodone is an opioid used to treat moderate to severe pain and is known for its high potential for addiction and abuse. Most common administration is oral ingestion. Okay? Pero yung injection natin, it is usually powdered and then it will be mixed with water tapos i-inject nila sa body. Okay? Or i-administer nila sa body nila. Okay? Bala na kayo dyan. Next one is tranquilizers. Okay, when we say tranquilizer, same, depressants for anxiety and mental health disorders. Okay, so tranquilizers are used nowadays to actually reduce anxiety, reduce fear, reduce tension, and other psychological symptoms, no? And they are classified into minor and major tranquilizers. Pag sinabi nating minor tranquilizers or anxiolytics, these are anti-anxiety agents used to treat anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia. Pag major tranquilizers naman, this is your neuroleptics used for the treatment of severe mental illnesses such as your schizophrenia. Yan. Next to tranquilizers is your sedatives or what we call your barbiturates. No? Pag barbiturates, these are sedatives, hypnotic drugs, no, that slow down your brain activity leading to a sense of relaxation and calm. So typically, ang treat nito is your sleep disorders and anxiety. Okay? So your barbiturates have a dose-dependent effect and can cause depression of the CNS or your central nervous system, and they are generally prescripted medications issued by the doctors. Okay, so may kailangang pagkukuha ka nito, okay, you have doctor's prescription. Okay? Ayan. So, ilast na lang natin itong other drugs. First one is your Bangkok pills. Your Bangkok pills are actually diet pills. Kaso nga lang, it has a dangerous side effects, no? Your Bangkok pills are commonly used as diet pills to lose weight. Ano bang ginagawa? It suppresses your appetite and it increases your urination through a diuretic effect. Okay? So, of course, hindi siya magiging drugs if it does not have a common active ingredients. We have these ingredients sa kanya na marami. Ayan. Phentermine, an appetite suppressant, often prescribed for weight loss in combination with diet and exercise. Furosemide, a diuretic that promotes urination, helping the body to flush out excess water, and so on and so forth. Okay, basahin nyo na lang yung definition dyan. Basta ang sinasabi dito sa Bangkok pills, okay, these are diet pills. O, sinong gumagamit ng diet pills dyan? Yung mga nabibili sa TikTok, nabibili sa Shopee, nabibili sa Lazada. Okay? Yan. Ang kaso nga lang, this kind of diet pills has dangerous side effects. Okay? Yan. Same as other drugs, of course, meron din siyang effects. Okay? Next is inhalants. So when we say inhalants, these are unrecognized drugs with harmful effects. Okay? Say for example, yung mga volatile substances natin that produces chemical vapors which can be inhaled for psychoactive or mind-altering effects. Okay? Yung mga volatile solvents natin, ito yung mga liquids that can vaporize at a room temperature and that will be inhaled by the person. Examples nito can include your rugby, paint removers, degreasers, gasoline, glue, correction fluid, felt tip markers, and etc. etc. Okay, basta inhalants ang tawag dyan. Okay, next one is, of course, alcohol, or the king of all the drugs. Okay, your alcohol is often considered as unrecognized drug, and karaniwan, minamarket siya, and it is being sold for consumption as a beverage. But, hindi natin may kakaila that it has a psychoactive effect on the body. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung meron pa sa inyo ang hindi pa nakakatikim ng alcohol. That's impossible. Okay? Key characteristics, CNS depressant. It will slow down your brain function and can temporarily relieve emotional pain or stress. Kaya kung may problema tayo, 'di ba, ang takbuhan natin ay si 2x2 or si Ginebra San Miguel. Yan. Historical usage. Okay, in the past, alcohol was sometimes used as a depressant, including unethical experiments involves slaves. Okay? Effects of alcohol, of course, so we have our own effects ng alcohol. Depende sa kung ano yung intake tolerance natin, no? First, there is delayed reaction time. Okay? It affects motor responses and decision making. Kaya nga sabi nila, umipatabad ka no ti aginom ti arak. Okay? Cognitive impairments slows down the brain's ability to process information. Slurred speech, okay? Difficulty articulating words. Unsteady gait, ibig sabihin, difficulty walking in a stable manner, ibig sabihin, pa gewang-gewang ka nang naglalakad. Poor coordination, okay, loss of motor skills and balance. Distorted perception, okay, altered thoughts, irrational thinking. Decreased inhibitions, there's a sense of fearlessness or recklessness, and sedation or a relaxing and drowsy feeling. Okay, pag nasedate ka na, pag nasobrahan ka na ng alcohol, ito na yung sinuti na padpadasan nandita nga nag-isisab, na isiban ti barbartuk na. Okay? Alcohol's effects by blood alcohol content or your BAC. Pag 10 milligrams percentage, okay, the person feels light or feels lightheaded. Okay, very slight na euphoria lang. 20 milligrams, okay, or 20% milligrams, physical well-being, meron kang mild, pleasant feeling. Pag nakakonsume ka na ng 50 mg, increased talkativeness and loss of inhibitions. You're starting now to English. Okay? 100% irritable and mild memory loss. Hindi mo na maalala yung mga sinasabi at ginagawa mo. 150 milligram, fully intoxicated ka na, impaired physical performance. You are now going to start na tawag dito? Ma-blackout. Okay? 300 mg, loss of consciousness and lethal blood level. Okay? And 400 milligrams or 400%, it will cause now coma and it is potentially fatal. Okay? So, ayan. That is the effect of your alcohol to your body through blood alcohol content. Okay? Next one is, oh, sorry about that. Yan. Next one is your tobacco. Still, your tobacco is an unrecognized drug, no? And tobacco is made from the leaves of your tobacco plant, okay, which are dried and fermented. The primary active chemical is nicotine, which is highly addictive. Hindi ko din alam kung sino pa sa inyo yung hindi pa nakakatikim ng tobacco or hindi pa natatry magsigarilyo. Okay? There are health risks of your tobacco. Okay? Sabi natin kanina, it has nicotine, which it is the main chemical component of your tobacco, and it is responsible for many health risks associated with tobacco consumption. First one there is increased blood pressure. Okay? Mas stress yung cardiovascular system mo. Increased heart rate, it can lead to strain on the heart. Narrowing of the arteries, okay, it increases the risk of artery rupture. And hardening of your arterial walls. Okay, so it can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Yan. Method of administration, okay, it can be smoke, the most common form, typically through cigarettes or your cigars. Chewing, okay, yung mga nagmomoma dyan, okay, tobacco can actually chewed in some cultures. And sniffing naman, some use smokeless tobacco by sniffing it. Okay? Different products of your tobacco. We have your cigarettes, the most common form of tobacco product na ang dami-dami ng brand names ngayon. BDs, when we say BDs, it is small, thin cigars wrapped in tendo leaves, often used in some regions. Anya kali tawag tayo dito, dito ayan tayo. Yung mga ginagamit ng mga babakit kan lalakay, I forgot the word. Okay. Kretek, Indonesian cigarettes with a flavored crackling sound when smoked. And pipe, tobacco smoked through a pipe. We also have your hookah, a water pipe used for smoking flavored tobacco, often used in social settings. Okay? Yan. Number 5 is your gateway drugs. Gateway drugs is a habit-forming drugs that lead to more addictive substances. Yung gateway drugs kasi natin are substances na nagsuserve as a starting point to the use of more addictive or dangerous drugs. Okay, so say for example, nag-start ka lang sa cigarette lang, paniko-nikotin lang, pero these are actually your gateway drugs para maging more addictive ka, tapos maghahanap ka ng more addictive substance or drugs or dangerous drug, no? And these drugs are often more socially acceptable or easier to access, but their use can escalate into the use of stronger and potentially life-threatening substances. Okay, what are the 4 most common gateway drugs? We have your alcohol. Diba? Legal naman siya, pwede natin siyang inumin. It is socially accepted. It can lead to the use of other substances. Marijuana, okay, often considered a soft drug. Ang paggamit ng marijuana dito sa atin or sa ibang bansa is actually for medical use lang, such as your asthma. Okay, and it can actually lead individuals to try more potent drugs kung hindi na gumagana sa kanila. Prescription medicines, okay? Some prescription medications, particularly yung mga painkillers natin, tranquilizers, they are being misused and eventually it can lead to illicit drug use. Tobacco, okay? A widely available substance that can create dependency and potentially lead to other form of drug abuse. Okay? So, ayan. What are the risk factors for becoming addicted to gateway drugs? Number 1, there is an environment where drugs are normalized. Okay? Pag masyado tayong na-expose sa drugs that is used in one social or home environment, tapos nagiging normal na siya sa ating environment, of course, it has a risk factor na magiging addict na yung mga society or yung community. Family history of addiction, no? Genetics. Okay, pag genetic predisposition, it can make individuals more likely to develop addiction, no? Pag yung nanay mo or yung mother, when she was pregnant, okay, nagte-take siya ng tobacco or ng drugs, there will be a genetic predisposition na pwedeng pati yung anak niya later on maging addict. A history of drug abuse. Past use of substances can increase the likelihood of continued use or escalation. Hindi natin maiwasan yan. Mental disorders. Yung mga may conditions like depression, anxiety, yung mga may bipolar disorder, actually can make individuals more vulnerable to substance abuse kasi it can make them or it can be their coping mechanism. Yan. And a social life with frequent drug use. Okay? Being surrounded by your peers, by your family who uses drugs, increases the likelihood of you trying them. Okay? And last is your designer drug. Okay? Your designer drug naman, it is a synthetic drug sold illegally for high. Para ma-high ka. And designer drugs are synthetic substances that are chemically altered or mimic the effects of illicit drugs. These drugs are often sold illegally and can have dangerous, unpredictable effects because they may not mimic the desired drug accurately. Okay, goodbye everyone.